Elizabeth and her only child, Mia, lived in a beautiful mansion. All the rooms in their mansion were accessible, except one. But Mia, her 10-year-old daughter, never understood why a particular room in their big house was always locked. Elizabeth said it held old memories, things best left undisturbed. One day, Mia was curious. Elizabeth was out shopping, and Mia found a key in a drawer. It fit the lock perfectly. Opening the door, Mia gasped. The room wasn't filled with old memories, but with strange symbols painted on the walls and books with cryptic writing. In the center, a circle of candles stood unlit. A shiver ran down Mia's spine. Mia slammed the door shut, her heart pounding. She replaced the key. Fear gripped her. When Elizabeth returned, Mia seemed distant, her smile strained. Mia never mentioned the room, but a seed of doubt had been planted. Was her warm, loving mom hiding something? Something scary? When Elizabeth entered her room, their court leader appeared with a deep, gravely voice. He said, "The child has seen the secret room. She must be sacrificed within 7 days or you pay the ultimate price." Sleep evaded Elizabeth that night. The event of the afternoon replayed on a loop in her mind. Mia's wide, curious eyes, and the warning from the court leader was more terrifying. Elizabeth's blood ran cold. Sacrifice her only child? The seemingly harmless group she joined years ago, seeking a sense of belonging, was a twisted cult. And now, her daughter was in danger. She was in deep thought for a solution. What would she do? Should they run away? But where could they go? Run to the authorities? Would they believe a frantic woman about a secret court? Desperation bloomed. She had 7 days. 7 days to find a way to protect Mia and herself. Elizabeth knew she couldn't fight them alone. One morning, as Elizabeth was going about her daily routine, the leader appeared out of nowhere again. "You have 3 days left to sacrifice your daughter to the court, or you die." Unaware to Elizabeth, Mia had been eavesdropping on their conversation from behind. Her heart raced as she realized the danger her mother was in, and the true nature of Elizabeth's involvement with the court. Filled with fear, Mia knew she had to run away to protect herself. When the leader disappeared, Elizabeth sat on the couch and started shedding tears. Was this how my life was going to end? I would never hurt my daughter, my only existence. I would rather face the consequences myself. Mia didn't know where to go or who to talk to. As she was walking down a path, she saw a signpost boldly written, "Come to God for all your problems." Mia burst through the church door. Her eyes darted around the quiet space until they landed on a man kneeling at the altar. A man dressed in simple robes, his head bowed in prayer. "Please help my mother." The man's head snapped up, surprised on his kind face. Mia rushed towards him. "My mom, she is trapped in a bad place, a cult, they are after her." "Tell me more about your mother. What was she like before?" Someone was finally listening. Mia poured out her heart, painting a picture of her vibrant, loving mother before she saw the secret room. The man, Father Thomas, listened patiently. When Mia finished, he offered a small, sad smile. "There is hope, Mia, and that is true faith. But we can't act recklessly. Let's work together. Tell me everything you know about this cult." Mia spent the next hour talking, Father Thomas asking questions, taking notes. A plan began to form. Father Thomas and other prayer warriors went into fasting and praying for the next 3 days. It was the final day of the supposed ritual. Father Thomas and his crew set out to Elizabeth's house. Reaching the house, they saw Elizabeth gasping for breath on the couch. The followers of the true faith began to fight, not with fists, but with faith. They raised their voices in prayer. Suddenly, a man appeared, his eyes glinting with dark powers. "Foolish men," he boomed, "your God is weak. Leave here now or you all would perish." Unshaken, the leader of the men of God, Father Thomas, spoke with a voice that rang out clear. "Your lies hold no sway here, Cyrus. The power of truth will vanquish you. Cyrus laughed, a harsh grating sound. But as the men continued their prayers, there was a lightning. Cyrus stumbled back, shading his eyes. The light grew brighter, pushing against his dark power. With a final roar, Cyrus vanished, and Elizabeth became well. She rose to her daughter and hugged her tightly, and then went on her knees in gratitude to Father Thomas, who came to rescue her. From that day on, she gave her life to God. Meanwhile, when Cyrus returned to his chamber, where other members were already waiting, the fire on his clothes spread and burnt the altar and every one of them to ashes.